Good morning from Budapest, Hungary. Pandas. Oh, I can be in two places at once. Is that awesome or what? What's up, guys? Good morning. So, Pandas are here with me. We're ready to play some Blitz and Rapid Chess. International Master William Pascal. And we will be accepting challenges between 5-3 and 7+3 as always. Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Playing Blitz here. With you guys, Blitz and Rapid Chess. Fast, rapid. As we get started, Instructive Blitz Rapid Chess with viewers, lichess.org. Sounds like an apropos title. Let's check chess basics now. Let's do a challenge against someone. Tournament. Very few friends on at this hour. Samor. Nils is here. Nils, what's up, man? He may or may not be watching. Just getting started, guys. Create a game. Mark Esserman. What's up, Mark? Casual. Casual. Just waking up here. 5-0 rated. No. 5-6 rated. Can we find a rabid casual? Rabid casual. Rabid casual is too long. 10+5. 10+6. 10+5. They like it long. Can play 3-0 casual just for fun. Just a little appetizer before we get started. Against Kazakov. Oh, I hate the French. God. How much do I hate the French, guys? Let's play the Snake Benoni. He won't let me. It's the yeah, what's that called? Queen's Gambit accepted. Knight E5. Principle. That was a quick response. Quick responder. Actually, this isn't so bad for black, probably. It's not that bad. It's pretty good, dude, for 3-0. You could have gone for that endgame. I think Queen B3. Maybe last move. Even this could be complicated. CD. No longer complicated. Just lost a piece. That's the problem with playing too fast. He did okay for a little while there. Ultimately, it was too fast. Okay, it's still not over. It's not over till it's over. Remember that, Asterbait. I love it when you use that emote. The screaming child emote. Screaming baby. Hysterical screaming baby emote. That's got to be my favorite. Oh, you gave me a rook. I don't expect people to drop rooks. I'm never looking for that, you know. Some people are actually looking for that, actively looking for that, but practical defense. Bishop F4. Emery Tate. A mere exchange. He didn't want it. It was a complicated back rank trick, and it just would have led to trading pieces. I can't believe he didn't take it. You think he's playing for time? Got him where we want him now. going to slow me down a little. Now that's probably not a good idea. 6 CPL. Standard. I don't normally play 3 minutes with no increment because I'm old and slow. I used to like to play a lot of 3 minute. I would need to really get back into it and practice to be strong again in 3+0. I can be. I have the capability of playing pretty strong in 3+0. I'm stronger in 5, but I do have capability to play decently in 3-0. Not as good as 5. 5 I'm very strong. Can be when I'm in practice. But I was really hoping you would not take there. Now he'll like sit there and let the clock run out. This is the longest he's thought on any single move. Classic. Alright, thanks for the game. So, Astrobay, what's up? Just you and me here. Nils is online, but no, he's gone now. Oh, I got back in the Rapid Top 50. Number 11. I was 10 for a while. Now I have a gold cup. They give you trophies and they take them away. Let's see. Guys, welcoming challenges between 5-3 and 7+3 casual. Play another warm-up game. 3+2 casual. Chris from Indiana. It could be India. He's only got 27 games. He's going to lose on time. I want to work on my E4, E5 game. I used to play the Petrov sometimes, but that's pretty boring. So we're trying to implement a repertoire based on E4, E5. Here it is. The ever popular Gioco Piano. Pianissimo, I should say. Everybody's doing it. Main line. That move is really early. I don't think Bishop C2 can be good. So what's our plan then? Well, there's no pressure on F7. That's kind of handy. We don't have to worry about that. Then we can probably play for D5, I would presume. We might be helping that bishop. Now he's going to have to watch out for the F2 square. But he has rook E2. That's like a standard defense. I wonder if I misplayed this. I mean, H6 stops, Bishop G5 maintains the tension. Did I have anything better? I don't really want to liquidate the center and liquidate the queens, necessarily. Kind of lazy. Lazy man's lobster. Philidor style plan. As if I was like white in a Philidor. Just hugging the D4 point with the pieces, not allowing, well, basically keeping his pawn backward. No, I don't want to recapture with a pawn. This way we keep a nice safe edge for eternity. He's quite solid though. Have to admit. want to keep pressure on d3. If I play rook or bishop e6, he has bishop e3 trading off pieces. Bothered me a little bit. He's pretty crafty. This is a new account, though. Pretty hard to judge with people. Do I really want to weaken that? It's pretty hard to judge with people with just 27 games. I should attack his pawn. This is a weird move. No, that's not good. Bishop e6. Gioco pianissimo. A little quiet game, literally. Very quiet game. Yes, I could have considered taking that pawn on b2. I'm surprised the way keeps sacrificing it. Pretty crafty. It's almost like he doesn't know his pawn is hanging. Doesn't care. More likely he just doesn't care. You have the white squares and I have the dark squares, okay? I'm not threatening anything here. Honda is immobilized. Immobilizado. Uber driver, it's pretty late in the morning, right? You get good business this time of night. Oh, that queen is like deposit queen here. Maybe I could have trapped it a different way. He resigned. Acerbate. Juice box. 10 p.m. in Cambodia. 4 a.m. in Connecticut. What time is it in Las Vegas? I know where all of you are. Juicebox Wizard said I'm on my 50th day of a blackout in a row. Are we talking alcoholic blackout, or you wouldn't remember it was your 50th day, or energy? Let's play quietly. Quiet game. Super quiet game. Electricity ninch? Nothing? For 50 days? What? How do you charge your phone? You have like a generator or something? I hope. Uh-oh. I don't like that. That's just rude. Knight g5? Knight g6, knight h7, rook h8. I could come under serious attack there. How does your cell phone have power? I guess that's my question. Like, where do you plug it in? I kind of like this. You didn't play g5. There's that paranoid acerbate a6 type of move. I guess rook g8 was just a defensive move to get his rook off the long diagonal. Here I am worried about g5. Probably shouldn't have been. There it is. And I just took away my knight's best retreat square. Tricked me. You tricked me into that. It's pretty good for black now. I don't like this anymore. Get me out of here. Okay, so it's just 6 or 8 hours a day. Rolling blackouts. Well, my first impression was you meant like 24/7, which was like unbelievable. No way you could tolerate that. 105 Fahrenheit. Sounds good. When are you leaving? I'm not sticking around for that, man. That doesn't sound like a good scene. And acerbate is coming to get me. Acerbate. Whatever I do, it's kind of bad. I'm never going to play quietly against him again. Give him this. Sounds like Venezuela, Juicebox. That doesn't sound like a fun place to live, dude. At that point. You must have thought, you must think about packing it up and coming home. Live near the rich. Keeps coming at me. Knight h4 on the way. I think we can defend ourselves here. Acerbate's showing good understanding of coordination of the pieces now. All these pieces very well, I think, well coordinated. But c5 probably shuts down his bishop on b7 a little too much. Okay, he has the dark squares now. He can trade off my dark square bishop in exchange. So it may actually be all right. I'm even looking at e5. I've got literally nothing going here. I think Acerbate is a genius. He's a genius. This is like one of his best positions ever. Black's attack looks very, very strong. King is safe. Pieces are coordinated. Yes, his bishop's bad, but that's alright. I have bad pieces too. But I don't think he should allow a trade of queens. Suddenly, I'm okay, more or less. Maybe I'll even take this pawn. Does he have knight f3 for real? Damn, he might have that. What if he just plays like f5 or something crazy now? Oh my god. Still play f5. He's used no time. At least I can take that one. Rapid fire. Rapid fire threats from the opponent. Take your time, masturbate. He does get the d5 pawn. Endgame land. I think we're close to winning, man. If you had played f5 instead of cd followed by f5, that looked pretty devastating. Also, not trading queens. I'm nearly toast. Oh no. Now he can move his bishop yet. So this is like a brilliant way to avoid exchanging rooks. Just move your bishop somewhere. I guess I can play f4. Oh man. Adios. Look at this game. You can still move your bishop, man. And you're still in the game. But I think here, when you played e takes d5, I said c takes d5. I thought f5 here. Apparently I have a defense based on knight e4. Okay. Let's go back to where you traded queens. Computer still thinks I'm better here. I don't believe it. Stockfish thinks I'm better here. Oh my god. I was scared, man. I was honestly scared. And the engine agrees with you about trading queens. I think you just go here. Wow. Computer's afraid of nothing. Okay, testosterone. The cold light of the harsh computer analysis, you're slightly worse, but I felt a large amount of angst about that position. The modern defense is coming. Everything he plays is based on g6, but the anti-testosterone opening. They always hang their rook. There it is. Okay, so it's got to be based on g6. He's going to play this. h4. Oh, no e5. It's like the early lower half of the hippo. It's the baby rhinoceros defense. I'm just thinking, what's the most unpleasant for a player who likes to fianchetto kingside here? There's nothing I can do to stop it, basically. E4. A weird sort of weird Philidor after E5. I almost played D4. I feel like I need to play this anyway. At some point, I would have played E4 on the next move. So actually, you do have the independent ability here to play knight F6, speaking of Aliakin's defense. I have the option of F3. That's a lot of weaknesses. This is not Weird Openings Wednesday. Zen Chess. Good to see you guys. Zen Chess, Turkey Farm. I'm going to be moving to your American time zone again. Living in your time zones, at least Eastern time. Turkey Farm. American, Canadian time zones. North American. Knight C3, G6, Knight D5 doesn't do anything. So you just go ahead and play G6. I have to watch out for G6, Bishop G7, and Knight takes E4. Now it truly would be a Philidor after D4. Not a true Philidor, but it truly is a Philidor. Philidor for black. I've omitted Knight F3. Yeah, I want to think of different ways to make a G6 player uncomfortable. H4, H5 is one of them. B3, Bishop B2 is the other. If we could combine them into like one giant anti-fianchetto concept, make testosterone feel uncomfortable. Maybe. He's always playing the minor defense like every single game, so basically this kind of hippo. Here he opts not to. Hopefully that will work to our benefit. And really, I mean, B3, Bishop B2 is a fine deployment in the Philidor. This could even transpose, because B3, Bishop B2 is sometimes played later in the kind of classical lines of the Philidor. If I play A4, Bishop C4, castles kingside, rook E1, we could literally end up transposing some kind of futuristic Bishop B2 position. I'm not sure that's necessarily my best. Maybe we double fianchetto. G3, C6, A4. All right, whatever. I mean, G6, 3. Same thing. G3 looks okay. I've stolen the fianchetto. Interesting move now for black here. By trying to circumvent him, I've given him another possibility, actually. I don't know what I should have played there. I mean, bishop e2 looks passive. Bishop c4 looks like it's bound to get attacked by c6 or knight b6 or d5. So bishop d3 is not an appealing square, like releasing control of d4, relinquishing control of d4. There was no really obvious way of developing my kingside. Castling queenside dangerous because black can just throw the pawns on the queenside. So this is kind of a tough position. The quiet bishop e2, I guess, would be the most solid. c6. Threatening b5. Maybe. Kind of wish I could take this move back. But you already got that impression, guys. Okay, we've got two challenges. Zen Chess and Big Money. Yeah, this is the problem. And Zen Chess has played this type of formation before. So it's not like a complete surprise. He basically does the same thing with the fianchetto on the king side usually. Interesting. There's really no easy way to make a waiting move. Wow. Okay, I'm basically I've been dreading bishop a6. This is still not a bad move. I mean, a6 is a standard plan and it's okay. But on on bishop a6, what am I going to do? You know, play bishop back to f1 and offer a draw. That's one option. And I guess a6 makes some sense, but I can castle. At least I can castle. Okay, b5 is not really preventable. Knight a2. Strong point. Still didn't play b5. Knight on c3 is misplaced, or what? Had to redeploy. For better harmony. It's like a battle to see who has more waiting moves. Actually, maybe I could try c4. Need a drink. A little rosé wine? No. Haven't started drinking in the morning yet. That's a bad sign. Okay, so he's got some c5 business. Wow. I don't know. I should have good compensation. Is it enough? Testosterone, very impressive. Much stronger in recent games. He's got 6.5 points, and almost half of them are in the last 5 games. Getting stronger every day, like the Beatles. I don't know what to do. Keep offering this pawn sacrifice. I'm not sure how correct it is, but at least his d6 pawn is weaker now, with the bishop on g7. I don't know if knight takes c4 is bad for him. I thought that I had compensation based on the backwardness along the d file. I think he probably could have tried it. I was a little concerned that I don't have enough compensation, but I didn't really come to a definite conclusion. But now, I mean, at least I can probably grab the d6 pawn. In the other position, his bishop was on f8. It looks scary, like there might be something for white. So it was partially psychological. Okay, queen a1, queen f6. Maybe I'll just have to grab the pawn on d6 now. Because I don't see anything else, honestly. Looks like black should be alright here. Just queen c8 or something. This is a nice little trick. He's actually not threatening anything. I could play rook a6. pure time pressure. It's a nice square. Wow, he just kept staying alive with the increment there. Maybe like my estimate game, and maybe I was all right. This was the critical position. And so the question was, could he take this pawn? Yeah, it looks dangerous. I was looking at stupid stuff like bishop d5. I mean, bishop e4, queen d5. I have compensation for the pawn. The engine thinks I had something even better. So at least I had enough. Bishop takes g2, e takes f6. What? But in what line is there bishop g2? I'm not sure what... After bishop g7, did it win a piece? e5 wins a piece. Oh, that never occurred to me. Yeah. That's what happens when you end up, you know, spending all your time thinking about one particular move. In this case, knight takes e4. I didn't really consider the ramifications of if he didn't take the pawn. He played this. Just winning a piece, yeah. That move never took part in any of my calculations. All right. I'm definitely not using an engine. As you can see, can't see a simple win of a piece. It's all right. It's morning. I need another coffee, please. Can we get a coffee delivery? Zen chess. All right. What are we going to get? The Grand Prix attack? European. I'm going to miss the European ambulances. It's so entertaining. Here we go again. I already had one of these. Monotony. I don't know how long I'm going to last trying to play e4, e5, I think, with black. d6 arguably a little safer than a6, maybe. a6 should transpose. Then he has d4, actually. So I'm supposed to play something like bishop e6 now? Well, a6, d4. What do I do? Bishop a7? Is that even good for white? Yeah, because he takes on e5. Take with a knight. Actually, I don't know. Is d4 a good move for white here? I had a game like this last week against Morwa, I think. When I've played with white, I don't really like personally playing a4, but it's okay. I mean, clearly, even Fabiano experimented with that early a4 idea. How bad can it be? Traditionally, I mean, there are games with like b4, a4. Against Morwa, bishop g5. Muzishuk versus Yuhif. How do you say? Huyifan. How you say? Huyifan. Can't talk, sorry. Especially pronouncing foreign names. It's hard enough learning Hungarian names. Alright, bishop h4. Should be good for black, I would think. Bishop usually ends up kind of misplaced out there. What would Paul Morphy do? It's interesting how Zen chess doesn't seem to be obligated to move this bishop at all. Play it like a kind of Alyukin strong point variation. This could actually cause problems for me later on. Of course, it's possible to play bishop e6. I kind of felt like I wanted him to waste the tempo by moving his bishop before I do that. b4. Not overly worried about b4. You can't play on every side of the board. Queen side, king side, center. Or can you? Paul. Rook g8 would be kind of telegraphing. You just play g5, knight g5, hg5, bishop g5, rook g8. White's attack is at a standstill. He'll have to back his bishop up to g3. Is it worth considering bishop e6? Wow, I don't think that's sound. It's the material. He's sacrificed a piece for 2 pawns. I have some tactics. These 2 bishops. Silence in the chat room. What's up, everyone? I'm taking challenges 5+3 through 7+3 casual here on lichess.org. An instructive and classic opening here. The Gioco Pianissimo. So my first thought was to sack the exchange. I mean, we just simply take it and play like knight g4. I mean, that looks pretty strong. We have 2 pieces for a rook with some initiative. Materials approximately even. I guess alternatively I could have played knight h7, but that seems unnecessarily passive. Or you could try to find a way to play this without sacking the exchange on g5. Silence is golden. Dropping my f7 pawn. Mate on the h file. It's like a King's Indian. King has having trouble getting out of the happy diagonal. I guess it's pretty close. Thirsty. I can't imagine another move there, Zen Chess. What you would do. Looks like the only move. Emotes are platinum. Wait, what? Knight a5? Looks crazy. Because it has some point. Zen Chess, the master of survivalists. You can't let him in there. That sucks. Pawn takes. Queen d8. Queen d8 just like ruins everything. Kind of underestimated Queen d8. I thought I could just allow it, but every variation he's taking on c7 and decimating me. Keeps finding only move every time. It's not fair. It's just not fair. I tell you. Oh no. He's like the master of the only move. Maybe I could have played knight g6 there. Queen g3. Oh, I'm mating him. Forgot about that. Forgot how fast my rook was coming to h8. Looks good. So let's see at the point where he sacrificed a piece. Surprised there's no games from this position. Seems like a very logical position. Where did we leave theory? No games. It's only one game. Okay, so b4 is probably not very common. Actually, queen e7 isn't played. So here we've got a couple of games at move 10. Robson, Bertsesh, Grigorians. I'd rather be black. I could have played g5 right away. See, I was worried here. When I played queen e7, I thought I'm asking for him to maneuver, you know, one way or another. He's going to get a knight to d5. This is probably an inaccuracy by me. Bertsesh and Grigorians are right. They just played g5. Well, let's see this. Stukopin. Oh, that guy's a good player too. Let's see. So this is unsound. Even king g7 is okay. Apparently this was good for black. If he just plays king h7. Anyway, let's move on. Big Money Haberbaum is here in Santiago. We're taking the challenges from subscribers first. Good luck. Try and play a little bit more classical chess. Getting bored with knight f3, g3, d5, bishop f5 every game. Guys, we got a stream today. Tomorrow night is a Blitz tournament. I'm hosting a Blitz arena in the evening. Not a lot of choices. You basically have 2 moves in this position. Sort of. I like to have more choices. Can we transpose to an Alyukin's defense? Alyukin. Let's try this. Something different. Zenchess, thanks for the game. Thanks for being a subscriber. Tier 2. Tier subscribers. Acerbate and Zenchess. Okay. This is a setup used by white in the c3 Sicilian sometimes. I mean, we could basically transpose. Of course, it's not forced. I can just play knight c3, takes dc, and then black plays like d6. Should have a slight edge there. This is too limiting, though. It's hard to mobilize after bc. Now that move's different. He plays d5. I'm not obliged to play ed en passant. So we could play instead something different, just maintaining the e5 point. It does look kind of feeble for white. Right. No, the sack can work on g5. Apparently I'm supposed to play g5 a move earlier. There's the game I showed. But it looks like Stukopin was actually worse. Black played the wrong move. Now, is there a threat to develop this? Not really a big deal, right? At this point. Seems like white is slightly better. Maybe he should just go bishop g4. Not a very exciting structure. Knight e5, take. Both threatening bishop h6. Not really both. So let's do this. Easier to play for white. Slightly safer king, slightly less exposed pawn, but basically not too much going on. This is an underrated variation for black, you know, the Snimzovich Sicilian with knight f6. Totally playable. I should probably sit down and try to actually learn the theory. But I haven't been actively playing e4 and over the board games for quite a while, so occasionally I did win a game like last year with e4, I think. maybe 2 years ago. I don't think I've played e4 in a tournament game in like 2 years. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of time to play lately. I might have to play a game on Sunday. That'll be my last one. Big Money says if you play precisely as white black, it's a pretty sad and cramped position. I'll have to take a look at the theory. I remember like 10 years ago, I think there was a New in Chess yearbook survey on it, which made it seem kind of okay for black. There was a game 2 years ago where Grandelius played it against Magnus, and Magnus beat him brilliantly, but, you know, I had the feeling it wasn't like forced refutation of the opening or something. It seemed pretty arrogant of Grandelius to play this against Magnus. We can't always be serious, though. Like, why so serious? Not much here. Bishop g4. The problem is knight g5, bishop g4. But maybe that's not a problem. f3. f3. I'm not really threatening anything on knight g5 either. Knight e5 is also possible. Knight e5, knight e5, rook e5, f6. Again, like, no advantage almost. I don't really deserve an advantage here. I mean, what did I do to be better? What are you guys talking about? Oh, Fischer playing d4? Yeah. No, he experimented with some surprising moves against Spassky. I'm not very knowledgeable of that Fischer-Spassky match, actually. I wouldn't even recognize most of the games. I probably never even went over all the games from the Fischer-Spassky matches. I think maybe like maximum 2/3 of them I've actually even played over. A lot of people are familiar with all those games. That's obviously way before my time. I mean, the first match. Second match was interesting, but it was like kind of a, you know, Spassky wasn't really there, you know. He was just kind of not even as strong as his elo by 1992. I think Fischer was still almost... Okay, Fischer wasn't like he was in 72, but he was still a great player. Spassky had been fading for a long time. So the second match actually had interesting games in the opening and stuff. Fischer had brought some interesting ideas. But other than that, just mentioning Fischer because of not Fischer being in the chat. I'm not Spassky. Okay, well, bishop g4 is fine. I'd love to sacrifice an exchange or something. No way to get at the black king at all in this position. Okay, bishop g4, f3. My biggest problem is h6. He just played bishop f5. Which looks like probably a blunder to some degree. I think just exchanging this pawn on d5 for the pawn on c2 is good for white, but I might have other tricky moves. Queen f4 with kingside threats. I tried to create some imbalance here, but objectively his bishop is probably strong enough that he's not worse here. My knight is misplaced. I don't know what I was expecting there, but it's all right. We're going to run out of time soon, but a very good game by Big Money. Well, Kasparov also made disparaging comments about other people. He called Alexei Shirov a chess tourist. I think it was kind of an immature to say the least. Immature behavior from an adult Kasparov. Nowadays he would be unlikely to be as insulting. Good thing I have g4, but I have no advantage now. Lucky I'm not worse. I don't think I ever had much of an advantage, but I had something. Really good game by Black. Which airport, Uber driver? I'll be there. Next Wednesday. But I don't need an Uber. Not yet, anyway. The bus is cheaper. Terminal E. I know it well. This, unfortunately, is not terminal. Oh, man. It's just a draw. I thought, okay, maybe if I trade on c6, this position, but I really, I guess, you know, in a vacuum, I might have missed something here with rook e5. This is a very specific move, though. If you play bishop takes c6, you have to find something concrete. Otherwise, he might be better. Dorfman talks about this concept, how the rook and bishop are better than rook and knight, these tandems of pieces. And I think here, I did bishop takes c6 because honestly I thought it's my only chance to create imbalance, but I had misgivings about this. Let's see what Stockfish says. It does not want to do that. But Stockfish, I think, overvalues bishops a little bit too much. Now it's coming around, though, with a very specific variation I didn't consider. Bishop c6, b c6, f4, which is scary and like weakening the white king side, but giving the knight f3 so that you can cover the d2 rook invasion. I played f3 instead of f4. One of my 3 inaccuracies. No, Anand is, yeah, I mean, Anand is a consummate professional. He doesn't insult people. In the past, Kasparov's behavior has been kind of juvenile, you know. But it's, you know, hard to go your whole life without being juvenile at some point. But I agree, Anand is like absolutely, you know, maybe that's why Anand, you know, wasn't as strong as Kasparov. He wasn't as evil or something. 5 inaccuracies for me, 3 for big money thus far. No real mistakes, but searching for an advantage in this opening. Hard to find. 13 center pawn loss for black, 3 inaccuracies. 15 center pawn loss, 5 inaccuracies for me. Very good game. I was curious where we left. Any sort of opening theory here. So basically nobody plays this. Gleck has a game from 2015 against Bagintsev. And knight c3 was played twice, but by unknown players. Pankratov lost to a female master in 2016, interestingly. She didn't play knight takes c3. I mean, oh, it's Pankratov is black. Okay, so he wanted to keep the pieces on the board, and he played knight c7, but that's pretty risky. Reasonable, though. Something like that happened in the Magnus versus Grandelius game. Some exchange of knights and then queen b6. Wasn't that it? And then Magnus sacrificed his b2 pawn? A totally different position, but the same structure. That was one of Magnus's most brilliant games in the last couple of years. The game where he beat Grandelius in the Snimzovich. I thought, not his normal technical grind. You know, he just went off with this brilliant, brilliant game. Rush fan. Why? Is that a Rush song? All right, let's go. Haberbaum. The Haberbaum. Hyperbomb. Well, people are saying this, that Carlsen is actually getting stronger the last year. It's not impossible. Wow, big BD5. You know, that's very weird. Yeah, I mean, you played bishop f5, which was a strange move for me. I thought, you know, you definitely should have played bishop g4, and I didn't really have a particularly good move. When you went bishop f5, I mean, it's possible that bishop d5 just like straight up wins a pawn. Haberbaum playing the Nimzo. Now, he's always playing the Grunfeld, I thought. He's stealing my openings. Because we played a lot of games where I was black in the Nimzo. Now he's black in the Nimzo. What's going on here? He says I play anything. Huh. Speaking of Magnus, Ivanchuk. Player of anything. We always repeat the same variations. I mean, we had the same Nimzo like 5 or 6 times. So I thought you were sticking to your guns. I think the only time I ever played this was a quick draw against Grandmaster Sviton. He proposed a draw after like 15 moves. But long time ago, Gingy considered white to be better here. Bishop a5 there is not good. because of DC. But you can play B6 instead, which is what I prefer, Uber Driver. I think my favorite variation is B6. Which I've played some interesting games on both sides of that. More with white, probably. That's my favorite line. Yeah, I mean, B6 is probably one of the best and most flexible. I think the normal is to just take on C4 here. D, C4, bishop C4, knight C6, castles. And I drew in 15 moves. But this position, I mean, you want to consider like C5. That position would get really sharp after C5, BC, DC, E5. Well, not necessarily bad for white. G3. G3, bishop A6 could be a problem. Never faced this before, but it's possibly okay for black. Well, it's definitely okay for black. CD, knight D5. And maybe like bishop D3. Very solid for black. There's a Panda Girl on Twitch. Actually, we have another Panda I should put on the stream. Pondalina. Thought about introducing Pondalina. The female Panda. A little bit of Feng Shui. Oh, F-E. Interesting position. I guess it's just castle. Queen G5, Queen E2. No, actually, yeah, I have to play that. I thought about Queen H5 and Queen G4, but ultimately I didn't seem to see anything at all there. Well, I mean, I don't know that we have a lot of choices about the two bishops. That's a bad bishop on E3. And it fixes my pawn structure. I think the two bishops are overrated, to be honest. Stockfish is probably surprised as well, but just a transferal of advantages. But objectively, the position is approximately equal. So now I'm just getting weird. Ponda frenzy. What do you call a group of pondas? Pride of pondas. Powers are back. Your magic powers. I mean, this bishop is stronger than a knight. Pandemonium. You need to get... Acerbate likes the pawns too. But you're not talking about like a chess player streaming when you said Ponda Girl, right? I mean, you're just talking about some random Twitch streamer with Pondas. That doesn't count. Abraham has the monster bullet rating. You're supposed to hang pieces now. Bamboo, if they're bamboo chess pieces, they would eat the pieces, which is a big problem Chinese chess streamers have with Pondas. No weaknesses for black. Well, I mean, there is technically this. That the a7 pawn is technically a little weakness, but more or less very negligible. Yeah. I mean, I know this opening doesn't really promise much, as usual. B6 caught me off guard. Probably it's a move I just never looked at. But I almost never allow the Nimzo. I mean, basically, it's like, I don't remember the last time I played the white side of a Nimzo in a serious game. It's been years and years and years. It's just a lot of work. The white side of the Nimzo is, I mean, it's way tougher than, say, Queen's Indian. Rook d4. As Falkbeer will point out, next move after h6, black will be threatening to win a pawn with rook takes d4. A bamboo of pondas. Now, what is a group of pondas? I guess I ought to be trying to push this pawn. Maybe next move. Objectively, black is fine. The queen and knight are a good combination. I agree with overall assessment. I wasted a tempo. h6 or h5. Maybe I don't play e4 now. h5, best move. Number one move, according to Stockfish. There's a little bit of imbalance in the pawn structure, you know, and that is good for me. when you have rook versus, excuse me, bishop versus knight, I think the side with the knight is looking for lack of dynamism and symmetry, or the imbalance favors the bishop. My ability to create a passed pawn with e4 and d5. However, I have to do it in the right situation where he's not getting really good outposts like for his knight and stuff on the dark squares. F5 is a good move. This G4 pawn is killing me. Finally, some dynamism. Wow, what am I doing? Okay, it's like equal. I don't think that black made too many inaccuracies in this game. I'm not getting any kind of mistakes from my opponents. Big Bunny apparently did make a mistake when he let me take with the bishop on d5, but this game, I don't think I had any opportunities. You can even go for b5, maybe. Kind of risky. I just have to draw. If black plays really passive, I guess I could try to win or something. Not without risk. I was hoping he was going to take with the h-pawn and not try to trade queens. I don't see anything. So this ends up being the main move according to the engine. Strange, I could swear like that this was the main move. Somehow we were like transposing by a different order of moves to the main position after castles, and then b6. So I am supposed to play c5 here, apparently. Huh. Black has bishop a6. Equalizing, at least. I mean, he actually helps me by taking on e3. I'm very slightly better here. He had e5. That I definitely wouldn't have expected, but why not? I expected HG when I would play e4 and try to play for d5 after this. To check out the analysis, like Sparkle Horse, 0 inaccuracies, 0 mistakes, 0 blunders, 10 cent upon loss. Haberbomb, 1 inaccuracy, 0 mistakes, 0 blunders, 10 cent upon loss. I mean, I guess I don't feel bad about it. And he also had like 4 minutes more than me. He used like 2 minutes for the whole game. All right, we've still got a lot of time left, guys. Let's get some more challenges. I'm gonna have to go back to the grind here, finding random victims. And please tell your friends about my stream if you have other friends who you think would like the stream. I feel like we need to get the viewership up a little bit. It's been kind of slacking. So our average viewers seem to have dropped like from 50 down to like below 40. And I'd like to see also any suggestions you guys have to make the stream better. In the next 6 months, I'll be able to focus more than I've been kind of struggling in the last 3 or 4 months, really focusing on working on it. But now I have more time. Maybe after the end of the summer, I'll have the most, opportunity. Yeah, viewership has gone down by 10 or more, and I don't know. I mean, I guess there's just more and more streamers, but I think we can make it better. Okay, Uber driver, cheesy noob. An embarrassment of Pandas. Uber driver and cheesy noob. I had gone through a lot of crazy stuff in the last 6 months, and I haven't been able to really focus on improving this stream or even making my YouTube channel better, which I should, and that's video chess training on YouTube. But I think once I get through the summer, I'll be able to focus on chess again, which I really have been doing only the minimum of in the last 6 months. Doing what I have to do instead of doing extra to really make it better, but I think I'll have the capability to do that. Maybe say October, I'll be back to a normal life where I can focus on chess again rather than other distractions. So the Nimzo, like last game, now we're playing black. Have a guest come on. I mean, guests. Guests would be interesting. Paid guests. Or just friends. Both are possible. I don't have any friends. Some guy came on my stream yesterday. Of course, someone who never, just a troll or whatever. And they were like, don't you have any friends? Why do you never have any friends on the stream? Whatever. All right. Boober driver. Well, normally I play c5 myself. Uber driver. This is Uber driver's favorite variation. Can't think of anyone who plays this line. An exhibition against another streamer. The only thing I ask is I don't want it to be someone from that other chess site, I mean, I like some of the people that stream over there, but I don't want to have anything to do with a different chess site, just here on lichess. That's the only reservation I have. I want to be kind of faithful to lichess. So to play another streamer from lichess is fine. Yeah, that's a good suggestion. Once like Astana approached me, but he didn't really want to play. Like he wanted me to analyze games with someone else, though he hadn't been streaming in a long time at all. So I don't know what his deal is. Probably focusing on stuff outside of chess. Okay, backing off. This is our go-to variation. Uber driver and I played quite a few games now. It's like the 3rd or 4th one. basically all I could do the last 6 months to even continue existing. My life has been like a living hell. Hopefully things will get better once everything's in order. I think by the time I come back to Hungary in like October, I think in the end of the summer, I should be able to really focus again on streaming and even playing chess for the first time. Seriously, I might even be able to play in some tournaments or something like that. So we'll see what the future holds. Knight g3, g6. This is our position where Uber Driver's played bishop e3 against me several games now. That's the best move according to the lichess opening explorer. This all goes back to a very old Yusupov-Karpov game. By the way, you're going to Ho Chi Minh next month. Vietnam should be cool. We've got a lot of Vietnamese chess players, and several of them have been on my teams here in Budapest. There's Huang Trang, who's a woman who's a men's grandmaster. She's been here for 20 years, and I think her father sponsors a lot of Vietnamese players to stay here, or he used to sponsor a lot of Vietnamese players to stay here in Budapest and to live here and to improve and get better. And so there've been quite a few strong Vietnamese, titled players who have really gone through the grinder here in Hungary, and it's kind of like a second home for them. E takes f6, d takes c5. I mean, I've played most of the strong Vietnamese players. D takes c5, just giving up the structure. The Irish pawns look awful for white, but we want to make sure that the bishops remain. This is the strategic concept. We want to make sure the bishops remain like kind of boxed out. I don't think that material is too important here. The main priority would be structure, keeping the bishops contained. So what's the idea? Like queen a4? Basically DC, bishop e3. Birdies are chirping. Knight f6, bishop e3. Well, I don't know. Queen a4 could be a problem, actually. Because this way I have the ability to play something to a5. Your Vietnamese translator. Doppelganger. So knight d6 is out. d6 is in. d6 weakens my knight, though. There would be tactics based on bishop f5 and queen d5 check now. So this is a serious moment. Serious chirping going on. Queen e7. Just brute force defense. Again, queen a4 crops up. But not there. Okay, queen e7 like rook e1. There's even like d6, bishop f5, bishop c4. Again, queen a4. Then queen c8. Getting tied in knots. Even bishop e4 is a move. Bishop f5, bishop c4, bishop e4. That could be nasty. Uber driver taking it easy on me. Take it easy, but take it. Queen a4. Knight a5 now. He's got one bishop that's shut down, but the other one is kind of dangerous. His knight is badly shut down. This is prophylaxis. 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 So is queen a4 just bad for white? Knight a5. He's out to get me. Wasn't doing much on c6 anyway. Don't want to move my queen too far. Opposite colored bishops. Starting to look good for black. That's the idea behind the Nimzo. Uber driver won the last time. Was 7+3, where I lost on time. Okay, so there is no threat, right? Objectively, black is pawn up. Stopping bishop b3, but he has nowhere to go on the b file. All my pieces are working. I am tied down to the a5 knight. I was a little uncomfortable about that d file. Asterbate, don't worry about the opening names. I have a friend who's international. He's an international master. He doesn't know almost any of the opening names. It's kind of embarrassing, but that doesn't matter at the end of the day. I can play a6 maybe. a6, bishop b5, try to chase him off of a4. What's the threat? It's sneaky. I should have played a6 first. There are a lot of different moves. I'm getting in bad time pressure every game, unfortunately, so I never have time to find the correct moves. Got another challenge from Cheesy Noob. We lost one of our challengers, but this is a theoretical unimprovement from Uber Driver. He's theoretically unimproving on his last system. Where am I going with this? But I guess we're threatening to take his pawn off. Oh, he's going bishop h4. Look out. Ooh, that's dangerous. Snap. That would be nasty if he got a rook on e7. Not a happy moment for me. So this wasn't really the best move. He's just making random moves now. Make your random moves count. Random moves. Please make a mistake. Well, this is going to give him some play. Oh no. I lost on time again against him. Uber Driver. Flagging me again. Queen h4 was only a draw. It was a huge bluff. So if I make the move I intended to make when I lost on time, you know, I saw it, that you have bishop to e4. But it looks like it's only a draw by repetition. Apparently g4 was a fantastic bluff. It was the only move that would have upset me or confused me in any way. Also happens to be like the second best move. Oh, it's the best move according to the engine. Kind of upsetting. He's starting to win my queen, you know. Well, it's not a bluff then. It's the best move according to Stockfish in a minus 3.4 position. All right, cheesy noob. No A4 today, please. Had enough of that yesterday. No crab defense. Now it's actually almost justified to play the crab defense. The London system. Knight h4 here. Is that bad for some reason? Yeah, that wasn't a good position for you there, Uber driver. Flagged me again. Trying to find the answer. I'm wasting too much time. You're G6, what are you kidding? What is that? What are these comments? But I always played G6. I played G6 like every single game. We had like 3 games in the same exact position. Better get your memory checked. It's never too early to get checked for dementia. I have to play G6 to stop F5, I think. No crab today. He's used 5 seconds. Now he's 1700 in bullet. To be careful of that H file and the diagonal as well. But this looks very solid for black. Quite a different player than we saw the last game against cheesy noob. The last game, that was a different player. Now it's like super solid, ultra correct. Different person. He wants to take back. What is going on? Why would you want to take back? What? Can I have a take back too, or what's the point here? Oh, he thinks I didn't want to play King F1. Oh my god. All right. That's funny, man. you're pretty quick on uptake. Just the memory is the problem. You got the kind of, yeah. So I don't think you have full-on dementia, Uber driver. I think it's just it's that long-term memory. You know, you're very perceptive, problem solving and everything like that. B5, perfect. C4 is going to be really nasty if I allow that. I've got time for another game after this. Wolf Sing. It's funny because there was a Soviet era player, Vladimir Wolfson, I think. Kind of lesser known. IM or GM. Reminds me of that. V. Wolfson. Guess he was Russian, I'm not really sure. So which way do we recapture here? Toward the center? Presumably, right? Well, I mean, it's all relative, right? It's Cyrillic. I don't know how you spell it. It was like... We could look it up. Maybe we could look it up in FIDE or something. I don't know. VUL. Probably VUL. V. But I'm not sure. VULV, I imagine. Interesting. I was tempted to take with the pawn. Structurally, it would be better to take, but it would also give him a lot of play. So that's kind of double-edged. Yeah, Cheesy Noob needs to chill out. Slow down a little. Reminds me of someone. Can't really place it. So that's a problem. Knight on c3. Bishop g4. I guess this is okay for me. I shouldn't be worse. Getting a lot of weird games lately. Oh, that's the move. Bishop d6 instantly. Wow. This is just weird. Slightly different player than the last game. I have a good fortress here. Winning would be another matter. I don't remember this draw, first game. But that was weird. He was winning, and somehow it was a draw. I remember that now vaguely. We need to do like Karpovian knight, no, king maneuver. Actually, I could play rook b1 there, but best. And now he's winning. He's just gonna flat out win now. I'd like to compare this game to the last game he played against me. Does that seem conceivable? Whatever. All right. I understand. pays your money and he takes your choice. Let's play another game. Welcome to the stream, Wolf Sing. Now I have to ask for a take back. Definitely didn't expect that. D5. It's a very bad move against knight f3. I'm going to have to come back. Pre-moved knight c3. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching the stream today. Interesting results today. Mad Ramos, are you that last account who played with me? And you're cooking during the game? Is that what you're saying? Okay, dude. Well, I don't want to play with you anymore after that game. So let's just end it there. This is a very, very bad blunder by Black. Thanks everybody in advance for the stream today. I got time for one more game. Wolf Sing blundered this mate on f7. I'm afraid that last player was this troll that we had before. It was bothering me for a while, but they were very similar for a long time. The troll sort of disappeared, but I'm afraid they came back. Oh well. Alright, let's try to get one more game. Yeah, I mean, I mouse slipped this. Knight c3, of course. Knight c3 is a very bad move. I have to play cd here. I hope it's not the troll I had in mind, but if it is, it was a big problem. All right, let's play one more game. Wolf Sing, give him a rematch. That didn't count. That didn't count. Unfortunately, especially without a moderator, got to beware of the trolls. All right. We finally get a chance to play the proper Roy Lopez. The first time ever. And we've had D3 a couple of games there. To play B5, unfortunately. I don't really like playing B5. Rarity rematch. That was really, really short. And anyway, I have time for just one more game, and we had no other challengers, so we'll do the rematch. And I'm glad we got to play a Roy Lopez. I've been trying to play this opening for like the last 15 games. Very rare variation with Queen D7. Guys, I'm going to be changing the stream time to USA time from next week. Traveling next Wednesday. Black's equalized. Trading queens, we have bishop on e7. No non-stops from Boston to Budapest, Uber driver. So, got to take at least two flights. Takes about all day. The two flights themselves add up to about 9 hours. But when you add in like getting to the airport, waiting in between flights, it's a pretty nasty travel experience. Last game for today. Wolfsing playing much better than last game. A lot of that going around today. Awful lot of that going around today. Now I'm nearly lost. Nearly lost. Interesting. I don't know what went wrong here. He found that. Quite a different story from the last game. Basically, am I in Zugzwang now? Mm-hmm. This is funny. Is this like complete and utter Zugzwang? Interesting. Different player than last game. Do you think, Asterbate? Something else I've seen recently. Seems familiar. He's more comfortable in this position. This was a simul game last night. Draw. Looks like I'm in absolute Zugzwang. Can't move any of my pieces. Should be completely lost for me. Now it's just extremely unpleasant. Probably still lost for black. Best move. This is the player who got sort of legals mated last game. Seems almost incomprehensible. Yeah. He's getting good with tactics too. It'll just take a little time. Maybe next game I'll have it figured out. Anyway, it's been a kind of weird stream. I'll be back tomorrow night. Yeah, I didn't figure the tactics out. Strategically, like, I'm just totally lost. Like, humiliatingly lost. It's kind of scary. I mean, I don't know how that even happens. How you could be that good strategically and overlook one move tactics. Don't really see how it's possible. Let's try to pick up that pawn. Too late. I guess I'm trying to like help mate myself here. Just dropped a piece. Weird game after the first game. Maybe I'll have to go back to just playing subscribers. I don't know. Okay, guys. Too many weird games otherwise. Okay, that was a weird stream. Well, anyway, they can't all be normal. Next time we'll be back Tuesday with Blitz Arena here on lichess. So it's going to be 5+3 Blitz Arena, 6:30 p.m. CEST here. And everyone's welcome to join if you've got 100 games or more with the Panda and myself. Thanks a lot, guys. Please tell your friends about the stream. Okay. Tell your friends. Tomorrow night, 6:30 CEST, Blitz Arena. Bye-bye. Bye, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, Uber driver. Thanks for subscribing. And thanks for joining the stream, guys. Bye-bye.